Okay, welcome everybody. We're gonna start the strategy class and we will take a look at one of my games played in actually the first US championship organized here in St. Louis in 2009. That was the first one here, and I actually had a really good run in that tournament. I was leading it again. It seems like I always manage to lead but can never finish it, you know. I mean, the best finish was second place in 2014. But this one also I started, you know, with 5 out of 4 first place, and then at the very end I stumbled against Hikaru Nakamura where I was very close, you know, to finally get my first title. So, but this, I had a good series in this tournament. I defeated some really good players and some really good games. So this is one of them I want to share with you. And this is a game against Grandmaster Julio Becerra. Strong Grandmaster, originally from Cuba, but lives in the United States for many years now. And Julio is 2610 at the moment, 2609 his FIDE rating, so very, very tough opponent. So I played d4, he played d5, c4, c6. And now we have the Slav defense, but I sometimes play the exchange variation. I didn't want to do that here, so I played e3, he plays e6, knight f3, d7, and now so we have after e6 we have semi-Slav defense. Okay, as soon as he plays e6, so we know it's a semi-Slav. So I had some good preparation for this game. My preparation, I was managing to catch people, and I had a good friend of mine, my second at that time, Gabriel Sargsyan. He was my second and helper with the preparation, and we were catching some people, you know. We caught Ray Robson in a good preparation. I won. Julio Becerra. I had a few other wins. Beat Joel Benjamin in that tournament. First round I beat Anna Zatonsky. So he takes here. Normally they wait until you move the bishop and then they take. Okay. They don't want to take immediately because you will take on c4 in one move. Okay. So you go here. Take, b5. Attacking the bishop.
Keep a good structure.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing I want to do, guys, I want to castle. So I don't mind if I have to lose a tempo, because he has to lose a tempo too, because he's making 2 pawn moves in a row. So I wouldn't worry about that too much, you know, because he has to waste the tempo. No problem. So bishop d3. He takes. I take. b5. Attacking the bishop. Bishop to e2. Bishop b7. Okay, here I have another option is bishop d3. Bishop b3, I think I played once. It's a very rare move here, but bishop e2 is the most natural one. I castle, rook d1. Rook d1 comes in, and the point of the move rook d1 is here. I would like to prevent him from playing c5 or preventing from e5. Okay? So because Grandmaster Becerra, my opponent, wants to play e5 or c5 here. So I would like to prevent that by doing this move, rook d1. Okay? Now, this way it's going to be harder for him to do that because his queen is on d8. Okay? So his queen is on d8, it's difficult. So he played queen c7, and now I play the move e4. E4, the threat is to play e5. E4, the threat is to play e5 and to attack the bishop and attack the knight. Now he played e5, putting pressure. I played e5, putting pressure. Now I played the move bishop g5. Okay, at that point the theory was, to play h3, g3, Sometimes take on e5. So this is kind of a new idea. So bishop g5. Now my opponent takes. I have to capture back here. I cannot capture back with a knight because I'm dropping the pawn on h2. So I have to take back with a rook. And now he pushes on me again with b4. And here where my novelty comes in here. The next move was a novelty that never played before. And this is where my friend Gabriel Sargsyan helped me with the preparation, okay? This is where he helped me with the preparation. White to play. Can you find that novelty that we did in this game? What did I play here to get some kind of attack and initiative against my opponent?
Is it e5? Knight to d5?
Knight to d5.
No,
I don't know if it's gonna work. No, knight to d5 because he can take back. The queen is protected, yeah? Yeah.
Come on.
What did I play here? You know, initiative, tempos, right? So you want to try to make a move that is going to allow you to get the initiative. I can move the knight, but then, you know, I'm losing the initiative. Michael.
Rook 81.
Excellent. Rook 81. Doubling up the rooks and attacking that dark square bishop. But this is concrete, okay? Of course, he played bishop c5, and now suddenly looks like we are in trouble. The rook is under attack, knight is under attack. I'm losing material. What to do here? But again, this is where, you know, you start using the computers to find some ideas that your opponent probably wouldn't expect. So this is the line. The line continues here. What is the computer recommendation here, which I played, of course? What is the computer recommendation? What did I play here? My knight is on pre, my rook is on pre. What did I just do? What did I just do, huh? Got myself in trouble. But it's very interesting when you analyze, you know, computer tells you things that you wouldn't think about it. So this analysis, you know, very important, this analysis. Yes? Any ideas?
I was going to say the bishop take.
What did I play here? If I move the knight, he just takes my rook, so yes. Knight b5, he takes, yeah.
Rook c4.
That's what I just said. And he's still got the knight. He still has the.
No, knight c4 is a possibility, but I'm not quite sure.
Well,
What if you play?
The move is unexpected. Okay, this is the next move is unexpected. You're not expecting that you're gonna do that, okay? But it's gonna lead to a good position. So
Knight a4.
idea is correct, but I sacrifice on d7. Exchange, purely positional. Now he takes back, and now Michael?
Knight a4.
Absolutely. Okay, he cannot go back here because we take. And if he goes on d6, some consequences here, you know, because he's got two pieces hanging. You see the problem? All right. So he went bishop b6 as expected.
Wait, if you play like if he plays bishop d6 and you play queen d2,
Yes.
can you play queen a5?
Yeah, take on d6, take on d7.
Oh,
I take two pieces.
yeah.
Mhm.
you don't want to leave that knight.
Yeah, you don't want pieces on the same file because if I already have a rook on it, I'll have more pressure, okay? Now, what can you do here? What is the continuation? Because this is still my analysis. Very important move to gain some tempis, activate pieces. What do you think? Could be. Yes?
Bishop d7.
Of course, bishop e7. Bishop wants to go to d6. The other bishop goes to c4, putting pressure on f7 with lots of ideas. So I was expecting rook e8, like the computer line was rook e8, bishop d6, queen c8, bishop c4, and some very dangerous ideas coming up, you know, some very dangerous potential sacrifice on f7. So he didn't want to deal with this. In fact, I think the line is like this: bishop here, it leads to check. It's like some kind of, it's just a mate basically, and you just mate him queen f3. And so he didn't want to do that, and he realized the danger, Grandmaster Becerra. So he went back knight e5. He says, you can have that exchange. I want to stop the dangerous initiative, just, you know, maybe slightly worse position, but get that. So now I play bishop d6 because I want to force him to take on f3, which he did. I take back. Now he goes there with queen. The next thing is here, if I take this pawn, he's going to get the rook into the game. So that's not going to work very well. So at this point, what should I do?
Bishop takes f8.
Bishop takes f8. Excellent. He takes, and now. No, material is equal now.
Rook d7. Rook d7.
Rook d7, yeah, but he can play bishop c8 or maybe rook p8. Something better. It's very important to get the bishop into the game here, okay?
Do you go e5?
Now you go e5.
Absolutely, I go e5.
You go e5.
Getting space and getting my bishop open now. How is he going to move his bishop? He can't. So he goes here, rook d8, proposing the exchange of the rooks. Now, what should I do here, huh?
Bishop takes c6.
Well, don't rush, don't rush. There's a back rank problem. There is lots of problems. I don't think you can afford to do that right now. Not yet.
Rook c1.
But he also has two bishops, you know, and this is.
What about knight takes b6?
That is excellent thinking. Of course, knight takes b6. You eliminate the bishop, so he doesn't have the advantage of the pair of the bishops, okay? He's got no advantage of the pair of the bishops. Now he takes back. Now, very important move here needed. The reason we cannot take on c6 because we have what kind of problems?
Rook takes d1.
Rook takes d1. We have what problem? We have back rank, right? So how we resolve the back rank problem? h3. Oh, well, I played g3 actually, because even though he has a light square bishop here, g3 is okay because his bishop never gonna really threaten that because I'm controlling the diagonal. So g3 is a little bit more important because at some point I want to cover the f4 square as well. He took, I took, queen e7. Now,
Queen d6.
queen d6. Are you sure? Because he can take, and play king f8.
Oh, yeah.
And you might be, I don't know, a little bit of trouble there, you know, you might lose that pawn.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but idea is good actually. You just have to do the proper execution, okay? The proper execution needed here. Queen b3, I like the d file, you know? Because
Queen takes
Queen d4.
f5.
aha! Queen d4, correct move.
That's a good call.
Attacking the pawn. It seems like, but wait a minute. We're blundering something with c5, no? He attacks the queen now suddenly. And the bishop is on prey. And nothing immediately we can find here, right? But now we go back, Michael, to your original line.
Because the bishop is attacked and you're threatened.
Queen d6, proposing the exchange. He captured, we capture. Now, if he takes, how is he going to stop this pawn?
You can't.
He can't. So that's why he cannot do that. And if he goes here now, what do? Very quickly you have to do this. Bishop c6, yes.
That covers it.
That covers it. d7, winning a piece and the game as well. So this queen d4 is actually a very important move. Without this, I don't think I've got an advantage here actually.
Yeah.
Because I've got an advantage because he doesn't have a luft, you know. That luft is very important. Okay? That luft is very, very important.
That's a good point. And then, right moves, just you gotta have the right order.
So he goes here, b5, and that's where we want. To force him to play b5. What else he could have done? If he had gone here, I would just take on b4, you know, so it's bad.
You play queen a7.
Where? Or queen a7, yeah. So he went here, b5, queen a7 by Michael, excellent. Threat is to go here.
Or to take, right?
And to take as well, absolutely. So he goes queen to c7. Queen to c7. Now, very important move needed here. Don't do this, because I was thinking about this. Wow, this is brilliant. I take, bishop takes, I take the queen, and if he takes, I have this. Oops. He defends it.
Oops.
Trouble.
No good.
No good. But now we can establish a blockade, right? And you know, very important is to know how to establish a blockade. Look at that blockade.
Queen c5. Yeah.
And look at that bishop on b7. Simply buried, yeah? Buried behind his pawn here. He can never, I'm not going to let him play c5 here. Unless I'm winning some serious material. So he goes g6. He thought, okay, I mean, you take me, I take, you know, it's not going to be that big of a problem. Now, king g2. Prophylactic move. Improve the position. We're not in a hurry to do anything. King g7. A little bit more pressure.
Now you want
Threatening some h5 ideas. Let's see what he will do. h5. He stops it. But that stretches the position a little bit. Now,
Well, you want to keep that bishop on f3. You want to keep that there.
b3. Fixing it.
Yeah. Just
Fixing
stop
it.
that pawn.
He goes, he's got no moves. He's in Suksavank. That's why he goes bishop a8. Bishop a8.
What else is he going to do?
He's got no moves here now.
He's in a
Suk. Now, what do you do here?
Bishop e2.
That is a possibility. That is a possibility. Bishop e2. What else?
Bishop e4.
I want to actually sacrifice the e pawn instead of giving him for free, because I got to take on before. And I want to loosen his position, okay? e6.
I said e6, and then I thought, but then I recounted that because I thought, no, he wouldn't just.
No, because if I take the pawn, he takes me. So let's loosen him up. And then we take it. And look at the position is very stretched out. And he's still got a bunch of weaknesses here.
Yeah, you can't play.
Right. You can't.
Yeah.
He can't play.
You can't keep those marks.
So he goes queen a7. Trying to play c5. And now, check.
That one's on, right?
Now, this is the moment here. This is the moment, you know, he's threatening to play c5. Are we going to let that happen?
No.
Absolutely not.
Queen e5.
You can go queen e5, but he, you know, he might still play c5.
But what bishop take?
Now, how are you going to stop c5? How are you going to prevent him from getting out of it?
b4.
Huh?
b4, yeah.
b4? Excellent. More participation. Yeah, more participation. Excellent.
He doesn't have that.
Fixing it, yeah? He takes the pawn. No problem, Michael. Don't worry about the pawns. Let's go for the attack here. Now, that king seems very weak, no? Very, very weak.
Yeah,
Queen f6. Let's get closer to his position here. And after bishop e4, I think there could be some serious consequences. And he cannot just move this guy here now. Why is this move losing? Who can show me quickly the winning idea?
You check, and then you win the bishop.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay? So, he goes back here, queen a7 to the defense. And now, what you're gonna do to put more pressure on the weakness? More pressure on the weakness on g6. Absolutely. Remember the movie 6? There is a reason why we played e6. There is a reason why we played h4, h5. To stretch the position. So now we have a target. So he plays queen g7, barely hanging on. Now what do you do next?
Queen takes e6.
Of course. Now, he's really stuck here. He cannot play c5, g6 is hanging, so he goes bishop e7. At some point you have to watch out for a bailout c5 idea, okay? Some bailout c5 idea. Now, what do you think I should do here? Is this the time to break through?
Bishop takes c6.
Bishop c6, Michael. You're giving some advantage away. You know he's gonna fight here. You know, this is no clear-cut victory. I could win the pawn, but it's gonna be a lot of work to win this position because.
Wait, can you play like queen c5?
I wonder, what about taking that G pawn up one space to try and open that king side up a little bit?
That's exactly what I played. Another excellent move by you. Perfect. G4.
I'm on a roll.
Yeah. Now the threat is to take. You know.
I'm hot, man. Buy me a lottery ticket.
Yeah. Well, if he takes, as you mentioned, the winning move, winning touch is h5. If he goes here, look at that. Who's going to find the winning move here? Nice winning move.
Bishop b7. No.
Bishop b7, he takes queen b7, he checks you.
Bishop takes d6.
Michael, you're pinned.
Queen g6 check.
There you go, queen g6 check. If he takes, if he goes back with trade queens, if he takes, we take check.
Take the bishop.
Thank you very much. Winning the piece. So, he cannot take because h5 just wins the game, h5. So he goes king h6, and now what do I do here? G5 is very tempting, right? G5 is very tempting, but what else? What else can you do here? Simpler. Let's expose the position of that king. So he takes here. Now, he is also eyeing to take my pawn on h4 potentially.
King g3.
King g3, maybe some queen c7 checks or something. Something better you have here. Well, f3, yes. f3, because if he takes the pawn, we have queen g4 mate. You see that? And now we're threatening check. He goes back, check. He goes back. So we're threatening now check, check, and h5. So he goes queen h6. He sees the threat. He wants to go away from the threat. Is he going to accomplish that? What did I play here, huh?
h5.
Absolutely, Michael, h5. Now, pawn cannot take.
King.
It's pin, so queen has to take.
King.
I go check.
Yeah.
If he takes,
Yeah.
we have
You made two.
check, check, checkmate. Check. King g3, of course. Safety. No checks. Mate is still threatened. He goes back. Well, you're not going to defend the position by doing that because now let's collect some more material. And now we've got nice, sorry. We have a threat of check and mate. Check and mate. So he goes here, check.
No, then you win a queen.
G4 bishop c8.
Well, just go f4, yeah?
Yeah, just that 4 block.
He goes bishop c8, hoping to, I don't know, attacking me. Well, again, I mean, there's a little hope here. You put the king on a wrong square, he goes bishop c8. You know, you get pinned, you know, so of course I wasn't gonna do that. Now, and the final move of this game, after which my opponent, don't rush, don't worry about winning pawns. Let's finish the game in style with a mate. In mate, in few moves.
Queen
G7?
No.
No need to sacrifice. No need to sacrifice anything, okay? No need to sacrifice anything right now. There is no need for you to do that.
Oh, Queen F6, right?
Absolutely, Queen F6. Now you're threatening check. Queen H7 mate. You're threatening G7 mate ideas, so he cannot do anything. And if he blocks it with this, checkmate here. Okay? And after Queen F6, my opponent resigned. So this was the win in the 2009 US Championship against Grandmaster Becerra. So if you play this opening, you'll know what to do now against the semi-Slav. I like to go over back it up to the beginning to opening moves, just to make sure you remember the opening part, okay? So it started off with D4, C4, C6. What did White play? Knight C3 first, and then E3. So now it's a Slav became semi-Slav, okay? Knight F3, Knight BD7, Queen C2, Bishop D6, Bishop here, drop back, E4, threatening E5, he plays E5, and now this is where my idea came. Bishop G5, taking with the rook, and then following it up, okay? And this creative sacrifice that led to an advantage, okay? Here, rook E8, he didn't play rook E8 because he was, because I was just, it's all preparation here, very dangerous for him. So he didn't want that, so he played Knight E5, and this was slightly worse after E5, okay? So again, you can find this game online very easily if you want to spend a little bit more time, go a little bit slower, but I quite like this game. I think it was a very strong positional game in my opinion. Now, we will do some positions, okay? So I will set up some positions for you to work on. And the topic I want to continue working on, it's a little bit, I've been doing in the last couple of lectures, is the silent move topic, okay? Where you find a silent idea and suddenly you're winning the game, okay? From 2013 World Cup tournament in the playoffs against Grandmaster Cori from Peru and against a very high rank Grandmaster 2700 Teimour Radjabov. Radjabov versus Cori. White to play and win. Don't rush, because if you think it's easy, you might be missing something. Because you got some serious background problems here. So the topic is silent move, which is basically a quiet move you make, or you're looking for a similar idea to be able to get a winning position. Just think to see, there's a background problems, there is some rook f5 idea, rook f5, rook b5 ideas, so there's some problems. Which one?
Queen A1. Queen A1.
Queen A1.
Giving backhand support like that.
Aha, very interesting. Silent move, yeah? Queen A1.
Yeah, bishop can take
The bishop takes now, threatening this, and a back rank is protected. So you have two ideas now. You're threatening to take this, And on top of that, who can tell me the second threat the white is threatening to do here? That is excellent. RF1, absolutely. Putting pressure and getting the advantage. Got it?
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a good move. All right?
Yeah.
And just game over on the spot. You don't have to worry about anything else. Yes? It guards the back rank, so no back rank issues, okay? And now threatening to take the rook and sets up a quiet rook f1 move as well. Got it?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Good call.
Excellent work.
That's a good call.
That's a good one. Very, very good one. Now, white to play and win. This is the game Almasi, Grandmaster Almasi 2700, Grandmaster Bruzon, played in Capablanca Memorial a couple of years ago in Cuba. And what do you think here? The rooks, the black rooks, they look a little bit funky, yeah? They look like they're a little bit misplaced. Oh, by the way, Grandmaster Almasi missed this. He played like a knight f3 move, which is strange.
Okay.
And that allowed the move c5, and black actually complicated. But now you have a way to win this game. You have a way to simply win this game, and it just takes a couple of moves to do that. That's what he played.
That's what the guy did.
That's what Almasi did, but then c5 is very strong. So he played knight f3, but after, he wants to go knight d4, but after this, it's not a big. I mean, you might be a little bit better, but you're not going to win.
Rook a d1.
Rook a d1. B. Well, there's bishies here, yeah? I know you want to play c4, huh?
Right.
Okay, thinking it correctly. We need to play c4. We want to play c4, but the problem is we're dropping the b pawn, and that's a little problem there, yeah?
Rook a4.
Rook a4, bishop c2. Michael is correct. Yeah, that's a little problem there as well.
What about queen d2?
Huh?
Queen d2.
But then your knight drops, because I have two attackers on your knight. But that rook on a7 is very funky too. Okay?
What about q e2?
Yeah. The rook on a7 is very...
Knight c6. No,
well, not immediately. Not immediately. That would have been a piece of cake, knight c6, yeah?
Yeah, well,
But not immediately. But you're thinking it correctly. You guys have two correct ideas, c4 and knight c6. But how are you going to make it work? If you make it work, that's it. You just have to figure out a way to make it work. Aha, immediately? But immediately you drop the knight. So maybe you have to do something first.
queen f.
You have to do something first, okay? You do something first. Huh?
ax b6.
No, ax b6, he takes back with a c pawn, then the rook comes in. So you gotta look at these two funky rooks here and do something about these two rooks. You give him a pause, he's gonna get back into the game, okay? You don't want to give a pause, okay, here. You cannot give a pause. That's a pause. That's a pause. You're not threatening anything with that. Okay, we want to improve the queen to play knight c6, right? But we keep running into this rook takes c5 problem. How about we sacrifice a pawn to shift that rook, to move that rook from b5?
c4.
Correct. Sacrifice a pawn. He can, if he takes, we just take. He has to take, right? Now.
And now c6.
nc6, but he takes with the queen, so that doesn't work. So you do something to set up nc6. You do something now to set up knight c6. And we had that move mentioned earlier. Correct. Correct. Look at that. Now, knight c6 is coming. How is he going to prevent that?
He can't.
So he takes. The best line is to take. Knight c6 attacking the rook. Now he goes to b7. And now, don't settle for this, because you might not win this so easily. Don't settle for that. Win a piece. How are you going to win a piece? And then take on f5. That wins a piece. Quite a difficult one. Let's give you a little bit of a hard time. It was a difficult one, for sure. And 2700 Grandmaster didn't see it. Don't feel too bad. He didn't see it either. But that's why you were doing this, so you look at this kind of ideas. That's the thing. You don't stop because it's difficult. You do it because you want to learn these ideas. C4, hitting the rook. Temporarily pawn sacrifice. He takes and show me the silent move. That's it. And now that wins the game right there for you, okay? That is the silent move. Excellent. Okay? Okay. All right, guys. Silent moves, remember, okay? This is a good topic for you. This is excellent. Everybody did a good job today. And we'll see you next time, okay?